Obviously, a story like this carries with it a certain responsibility to the subjects who are here. How does that weigh on you? How does that shape your creative impulses or decisions that you make? How can you still be free to make the film you need to make, but know that you have that responsibility?
I guess I'll start from a writing perspective. I felt very fortunate in that Carl and Colin and Antoinette and even the lawyers, everybody, Bill Robity and his wife Shirley are here. Woo! He was a lawyer and his wife who helped with the final appeal. Everybody was really, really supportive of the film. They gave me the case files. They spent hours talking to me. So from that perspective, I felt very lucky that I could just put their own words into the film.
I didn't really feel pressure. I felt responsibility. Matt made it a point for us to meet with Colin and with Carl and with Antoinette before we started shooting so that we could just, get into their minds and understand what they were going through, even on a small scale. These two guys right here, they, to me, they represent everything that it is to be human.
Yeah, I just want to say, I get all this off my head, all this emotion and all this stuff. Hey, we're here, okay. I want to say these two really deserve all of the recognition, everything, because they literally dissect themselves and put it on display in order for us to be able to tell these kind of stories. And I think that that's very, very important. And I really, really appreciate you guys for offering that up to us. Like that's what means everything. So thank you for that immensely. And thank you guys for watching and supporting. And yeah, I'm gonna shut up now.
Antoinette, I want to recognize you. I know it took so much to be the woman that you are, to keep the faith, to stand against injustice as you did, and it was an honor to play you. So I want to stand. I want to
Anyone else have a question for this group? Yes, sir, right over here.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on having the honor of being on the silver screen for the first time, Carl and Colin, sorry, didn't mean to mess up your names.
Greetings, everybody. Not familiar with this type of setting, but what I would like to say is that we are ordinary people who, for something, did it possible. And because we did it, everyone can do it. I mean, we all go through hard times. Our lives change without us wanting it to change. And you have to have people in your life. People who care for you unconditionally, who love you unconditionally. Because without that, we're just floating in the wind. And he is my hero. Carl King, without his belief, dedication, I would be still in prison. Because I would never accept a lie. And it was a journey that I thought would have never ended. But I will say this, whoever you believe in, there's a purpose in life. And one we may not know, but I am still searching for that purpose. but there's a reason why I went through that incident, that experience. And I hope that each one of you all takes some from the movie. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm Carl King. I'm his hero, but I also often tell him he's my hero, because I've been through years with him, visiting him in the prison, seeing how tough it is, seeing what he's going through, and he's certainly my hero. One thing I would like the audience to get from this, that ordinary people could make a difference, and we do have the power within us. We just have to find the strength. And when there's a cause, we can make differences, because we weren't really like kids with money or anything like that. We were poor kids, came out to the Caribbean, families didn't have any money, and Colin found himself in a situation where he didn't bargain for. But unfortunately, it kept on going and going throughout the years. So I, as his friend, childhood friend, knew that he was innocent. So I decided this is a cause I'm going to fight for by any means necessary. So I kept on going. And the more he was denied of his appeal, people would say that's a setback, but to me it was a comeback, to come harder. And I believe in teamwork, so everyone who was involved in the situation, whether they had a hearing, it meant a whole lot to me. And seeing him here after 16 years, because January the 23rd, I personally, William Roberty, the attorney, he's somewhere in the audience, he put together the appeal. I personally filed it in King County, Brooklyn. And when I went there, the clerks were saying, "What's this stuff you have here?" There was a bunch of stuff, like looks like a bunch of garbage. That was the appeal that we put forward, which had Colin Warner exonerated exactly 16 years from today, January the 23rd. All I can say is we all make changes. That's my one step. Believing in the cause, believing in ourselves and the strength we have, that ordinary people can make a difference. And we certainly did. 2001 February 1st. And here go Colin Warner. This is my hero. Thanks the cast, thanks Matt, believing in these type of issues, because I understand these kind of movies is hard to make based on social justice. Maybe if Matt wanted to make a horror movie or fiction, it probably would have been more funding. 2005, we had a deal through, we had a rated documentary with This American Life. We had a deal with Warner Brothers. We had two options. They did nothing with it. The option expired. And here come Matt telling us, listen, he believed in the story and he think he can do it some justice. So we knew that he was a little guy like us, ordinary people. So we said, you know what? You're gonna take a chance with him. The studio had it, they didn't do anything. So we are ordinary people and we could make big differences. That's what I want the audience to know. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time.
Yes, right here.
I was wondering, as I was watching the film, did anything come about as to why that DA and the detectives just seemed to have it in for Colin? I mean, what was did anything happen? Like, did anybody investigate them or anything? Do you know?
I have not yet got a reason of why they were 21 years in prison. I mean, people are people, and this society fosters progress, but progress on other people's back. I believe that was one of the reasons people trying to get ahead in their careers. And when my life became a number, right? So I have no reason why it happened to me. All I know, it did happen. And from April 11, 1980, I've been fighting. Not knowing that I was fighting my whole life, but it just came to light. And we cannot stop fighting, no matter what. There's too much time under the ground for us to rest. So while we up and stand and fight, it may seem insurmountable, but listen, regular people, Matt, KC, regular people make things happen, and we have to believe in ourselves and believe that we can make a difference, do something. You know, not just being born and living and just dying. Make a statement in life. We all can make a statement. Right? I was given basically a second chance. And I'm doing all that I can to make it worthwhile. Because I could be in prison today, not accepting or agreeing that I take a human being life. There's no apologies, there's no make up for that. That is a final act. And I could stand up here today and say I have never taken somebody's life. So when somebody takes your name, which is all we have, fight to protect your name. And that's what we are fighting for. Not to get released from parole. Because being released from parole still marked me as a murderer. So again, with Mr. KC saying, listen, let's not fight the legal system based on what happened at trial. Let's go back, because if you never did nothing, how can all the evidence prove that you did it? And for 21 years, all I was doing was shouting out. Carl heard me. Mr. Bill Ruby heard me. And that's all I need, somebody to listen. Because if you go through my transcripts, you will think it's a movie. Badly played movie. And it didn't make a difference to me because it was my life. So again, friendship, power. We all have power. Marcus Garvey, a person who I have read about, stated, and this is the only thing that sticks with me. If you can't find work, make work. And that told me that I have power within me that was untapped to do something. You all have power. So find it again. We are human beings. We can't live on this planet by ourselves. Right? There's a lot of selfish people who want to stay away from humanity. But we are here to stay. The fact that we are here now means that we bond with each other, whether good or bad. There's a bonding with human beings. And I hope that in this bonding, it will take you out there and look at that person who you never looked before. That person you pass the street every day, and you never see him, you never see her. So with that, again, I have no idea why I'm here. Again, things happened in my life that changed my life without me actually doing it. But what I'm going to do, we have to live our lives the way it comes to us. And again, this is the outcome. Again, thank everybody.
Greetings and good evening, spirited people, and I have to say it that way. First of all, for the strength that I've gotten from my ancestors that have been through so much. He gave me the strength to stand behind my hero. He tried to make me give up on him, but like I told him, I said, you know, I could not have even imagined what one day in prison would have been, but just 21 years was something we didn't do. For Carl, you know, we often hear, there's no good black man. I know two exceptionally ones. Of respect and honor to not just these two, but any man that stands as a man to be a man for, you know, truth, rights, and justice for all human beings. Matt, oh God, where did you come from? Thank you to Mr. Robedy and Shirley to be there when nobody else would listen. My ancestors had a saying, working together, the ants ate the elephant. I think we ate the elephant real good. It was purposeful in the sense of every life matters. Every one of us here that makes a difference, and that's why I say spirited people, because we all have a spirit to do good, to do right. It's not based on religion, creed, or anything else, because what do they all say? Live good, be good, treat each other right. That's what we have to do. That's how we have to make the difference. I have to turn around and excuse my back to you. I pay homage to this past. My life is the one always in the shadows because I truly deal with the spirit of a human being in all aspects. God, I'm perfect. But it's the one truth I know. If there's good in somebody, zip this, cover this. But by their actions, you will know who that is. Again, to the cast, keep exceptional job in portraying Colin Nnamdi. Ooh, you nailed Casey. So, I was born a single child, I got a twin now. I have a twin. She did it. The one thing, man, I have to say that you did so good was you didn't write the story or present the story from just the glossy part. You took the time to call and say, Colin, Antoinette, how can I do this to make it right for you guys? Did y'all hear the big top Warner Brothers had it? They didn't have the spirit behind it. That's why, never mind they had a gem, it was still nothing to them. My grandmother had a saying, you could take a pig and put him in the palace, he's still a hog. But this, if they didn't connect with us, and I mean that sincerely, they connected because they listened. It was not just about their careers, even though y'all on top for now. Y'all got everybody that had a hand in this. But from the perspective of, it's somebody's life, and that's all we have to say right along. It's a human being life. Please listen to us. You know, the report in the film said, he was in another state, he would not have been here. How many people has gone through stuff like this and had nobody? He lost his grandmother, he lost his father. These are things that will, listen, bend your knee quicker than anything else because you drop from exhaustion. You drop when you have no fight left in you. And this is where your spirit has to kick in to say, you know what, I'm worth it. You know, like somebody made that song, I don't even know who it is. But it's such a powerful song because you have to know your life is worth something. Not because anybody else put anything on it, but because you know what? You have a right to live. Live defending not only your rights, but the rights of every human being that you see an injustice for or towards. This is what this cash presented to us today. I say humbly again, thank you all, because you put it on the screen. We lived it, you know. These are the little bits that people didn't get or didn't understand. When I left my job on a Friday, you know, everybody say, have a good weekend. It was to run and catch a bus to go to that same Dannemora prison, which was an hour away from Canada. Anybody know how far that is from Brooklyn? I had to get up there to catch that bus in the night, to make it do overnight, to get there by that prison by 5:36 in the morning, to see him for a couple hours, and catch that bus right to come back again, and still present myself at times that nobody knows what is going on in my life. But through the grace of God, my Orishas, like traditional African, you know my ancestors, and I tell y'all every day I looked, and I look at the strength, not just from us, but the strength of people saying, life matters, everybody life matters. Together, we work to make that reality. Let's get rid of the injustices, and for those we don't know, let's find out, let's listen, because that's somebody's uncle, brother, father, son, sister, or mother, because it's going both ways right now. To the audience here, thank you for coming out and making a difference, because they deserve it. And they deserve it because they put the work into it. Thank you.
I don't think anyone could add anything else. Please join me in honoring everybody up on this stage. Thank you so much.